Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel. This is Jonathan. Today we are back with Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 20. We are in the final third of the season. It's a good way to put it. Oh man, and what a crazy twist there at the end. I think this is just going to open up. It's very confusing. It's going to open up a whole new can of worms as to how this all works. We had a lot of theories at the time, but I think we kind of landed on like the general idea about time and space and how time works differently in the coordinates or whatever. I guess we call it the coordinate or like the path conversion space, whatever they call it. It kind of reminds me of like where Mufasa goes when he dies in Lion King, like where all the kings go.
Yep.
But so they're in there, and I think all this whole time Zeke just needed Eren there with him because he knew that he had the founding Titan, and the founding Titan has all the power, but he, being the royal blood, is the one that can make things actually work. And in his time there, he was able to figure out a way to not be confined by the willingness or the vow of not fighting. So he has ultimate power. What he does with it, if it's the euthanization or not, he said he will do that, and he said, "I'll fix you, Eren." That can mean, like changing him,
Right.
Because it seems like he genuinely wants to have someone by his side, like a brother. I wish we knew what Eren was going to do.
Right. If he would have said, "I'm not doing the euthanization.
I have another plan."
This. Yeah.
But is this something he came up with on his own? Or, because that seems like a big deal. Like you could maybe consult with an Armin or other people, but Armin was kind of right. But then why did he have to why couldn't, he was in the room with Armin and Mikasa telling him all that, right? I guess because the Jaegerists were in the room with him.
Again, yeah.
He could have told him to step out. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was like he said, like Armin had said, to make it more believable.
Yeah, he just had to let everyone think that was only he himself.
Yeah.
I mean, even whenever he was down in the prison cell and Hanji came to him,
he wasn't talking.
Granted, I think that's just he was like pretending as far as the euthanization plan.
You're right.
But he still
had his own thing, his own thoughts.
I don't know how early on did he figure out that he had a chance to reach that area, and so he's at that point he started to go along with it. I forget the timeline, because like when he went rogue, at that point he had already, when he became Titan, he had already met with Zeke at Marley.
Right. But
he had gone rogue even before that.
Well, yeah, he was rogue before that, and so when he's speaking to Zeke in Marley, or he was already
there in with the bandage and everything, right?
And he had infiltrated, and he knew that, Zeke knew that. But I think where, again, and I mentioned in that last episode, the symbolism is, I think, when he tosses him the baseball and he doesn't catch it.
And he doesn't catch it. You're right. That was the first time that showed it. He's like, I'm not actually. It's like the equivalent of him crossing his fingers behind his back.
Yeah, it's like, hey, here's the plan, catch it. And he's like,
fumbled
it, even though he didn't touch it, right?
I think it was foreshadowing, yeah.
But the other thing that I'll say, and I'll just say this really briefly so we can get into it, but I was kind of disappointed in Ymir, the founding Titan. I felt like she was going to be a little more stronger, powerful in a way, but she's very submissive to Zeke.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, I there may be more to that story. I think the original Ymir maybe that might just be like a representation of Ymir in that space. I don't know why it's a little girl. If that was her when she was a little girl, or that's just it's just in the form, she's in the form of a little girl to repair them and stuff. But yeah, maybe there's a more grandiose being or something that we haven't seen yet.
Could be.
Maybe. But we don't know what happened with Zeke while he was up there all that time.
Right.
Or how much time. Maybe we'll get a little bit more on that here. But that was, a little bit confusing, but it was also very intriguing. So
I agree.
I'm ready to hop in and see what happens. Before we do, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full link through access are over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future videos if you want to check those out. We're going to hop into episode 20.
Let's do it. What happened here?
Is this are we still?
Remember, he got his head shut off.
Oh,
is this Historia's baby?
Oh, is this Eren? It looked like Aaron's eyes.
No, this is a girl. I think it's Historia's baby, wherever she's at.
Oh, that's Aaron and Zeke.
Zeke.
What? Oh.
いかにも幸せそうじゃないか。見せてやる。グリシャ・イエーガーがいかにして息子を洗脳し、何度も。
How does he have access to all of these? Because he's in that space now?
I think, yeah, they can
and he now has
access these
power
memories.
of the founding titan and...
よかったな、グリシャ。誰も咎めない。
Dang.
I mean...
以前も息子がいたことを。
I mean, what's his name told him to go... The owl?
Yeah.
Kruger told him to go have a kid. Oh, wow. This is kind of an interesting way to see.
Aaron, then.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
これが奴の正体だ。権力者にすり寄り出したぞ。
Oh,
始祖の巨人を奪う
that's
た
how
め
he worked his way.
妻も息子もただじゃ済まない。
Oh, they
だ
talk
が
about the
その危険を
scientist.
犯し続ける。なぜだかわかるか。
妻子を
He's
ク
just
ソ
saying
玉
what he
にし
wants
てるよう
to
な
hear.
クソ野郎だからだ。俺は間違ってた。
Huh?
生まれるべきじゃなかった。洗脳が解けたよ。
Does he believe him?
No, he doesn't.
Remember everyone talked about how Grisha was like a scientist who like brought all this new technology,
Yeah.
showed us, and now it makes sense because he came from a world that had advanced technology.
ここは何だ。
Oh, he knows the church?
壁の王の根城だ。
壁が破壊された日のはず。まだ何年も先だ。
He knew that long?
Oh, he found it quick then.
Yeah.
Because Aaron's still young.
Yeah, he's like 2.
復権派の使命を中断するくらいに。さすがに前回の失敗を踏まえているようだ。実際お前は父親の都合通りに動いている。それはいずれわかる。
He's thinking about his family.
ごめんな。ごめんな。ジーク。
Oh.
You've never heard that?
ジーク。
Wait, is he calling for him?
He sees him.
そこにいる。
No, what? How?
バカか。ジークがあんなヒゲ面おじさんなわけないだろ。
Oh, wow.
What?
夢だ。これは次の記憶だ。ジーク。
Is he controlling that?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. That was...
How
This
can...
The future is happening in the past. Right?
Yeah, it's like they went to the past to visit, but then they can kind of see each other.
Or, well, he's
kind of seeing him a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's how my question is, how can Grisha transcend and see that let's call that a different plane of existence? Because they're obviously there via that space, right?
Right.
How can Grisha see into it? Grisha at that time, he's just a regular Eldian. He doesn't have any sort of, he's not a Titan yet. Oh, is he? Oh, he is the attack Titan at this point.
Yeah, because he ate the
Kruger,
owl.
So he is a Titan.
So then, yes, he can.
He can access it, and I know they talk about it transcending time. So maybe,
But he's not of royal blood.
no, I know, but he's not invoking them being there. They chose to be there
that's true, that's
themselves,
true.
and he's just there.
Ah, bro.
But he looked over and saw Aaron. But at that version of Zeke, I mean, that version of Grisha's young. He has like at that point, Zeke is probably
Right. And,
maybe 12 or something.
right. And he said that bearded man
Can't be Zeke.
But then it seemed like Aaron was controlling that somehow. Oh, memories of the future.
Ah, his
お
little
前はもう
Armin.
9歳になるな。
This is kind of where the show started, sort of.
グリシャはお前を愛し、お前は父親に洗脳なんてされていなかったと。
何年も親父の記憶
Oh,
を
that's
さ
what
ま
he
よう
was.
前に
He was trying to tell him.
なぜお前は俺を裏切った。巨人を継承させられ、父親の望み通り戦い続けている。
It's on his own will.
Well, it's the memories of all the
Aaron.
past times, maybe.
なぜ争いを終わらせることを拒んで、どうす
Yes.
るつもりだったんだ。
俺は生まれた時から俺のままだ。間違っている。他人から自由を奪われるくらいなら、あんたが望んだ哀れな弟はどこにもいない。あんたの心の傷を分かち合う都合のいい弟も。父親の望んだエルディア復権を否定し続けることでしか肯定できない男。哀れな男だ。
男は父親に感謝している。息子を目覚めさせ、エルディアの危機から世界を救うのだから。世界を救ったのはこの父親だ。安楽死計画はいつでも遂行できる。俺はお前を決して見捨てない。
Dang.
クサバーさんが
Right. Kind of say you need someone to save you, like someone
世
saved
界
me.
を救う前に
Oh, there you go.
たった一人のお前を救いたいんだ
I don't know. Can Aaron change his mind? Oh,
Is he seeing him?
man. I don't know. I'm
ただ
like,
いま今日は珍しく
they were there the whole time? That's crazy.
何も知らずに一生壁の中で過ごすなんて嫌だ。
エレン
Behave.
帰ったらずっと秘密にしていた地下室を
Maybe
見せてや
based
ろう
based off that answer,
本当に
he's gonna teach him about the world and about.
Does he get to see where he went?
At that point, that's when he went to get the founding Titan.
Yep.
But he tried to reason with him first. I thought,
ユミルの民です
man, what a crazy episode, dude.
It's you're right. It very much is like what a wonderful life.
Or
where
like
he's-
Ebenezer Scrooge or
Right.
something. Like all those movies where they take you to the past
Yep. It's like
and show you things from the
Yes.
outside. But the fact that there's like potentially a little bit of cross communication happening.
right. That's crazy.
I feel like on the one hand, Zeke is realizing certain things, going through these memories, but at the same time, it seems like Aaron is being reminded of things
Yeah.
going through here. Like he was reminded of
Why he wanted to join the
why he
Scouts.
wanted to join the Scouts. And like, I think it's just, I think this is doing something to both of them in a way.
Right. I agree.
The coordinate, the place where all paths intersect, their time is both instant and infinite, which is a crazy concept that you can't even like think about.
Even seeing it, it's like hard to grasp and understand it.
So we'll just call it the coordinate. That's easier than the
coordinate.
the paths intersect.
Right.
壁の民が食われてしまう前に
But she just can't. She's bound by the will.
Mm-hmm.
罪から逃れてはいけません。
Yeah.
裁かれる日が来たのです。巨人の力を守らねばならない。我々は罪を受け入れ、
And
滅
just
びゆくほかないの
live in
で
it.
す。
あのお姉ちゃんとは気が合いそうだがグリシャによって皆殺しにされるこの記憶を見たと言ったなあれも嘘だったの
私の家は妻と息子と娘と暮らしている先祖の犯した罪など知らない
And they're innocent.
あなたが壁の民の記憶を奪ったから贖罪だというのか、
我々がいくら反省したところで、我々エルディア人が奪った人々の命を戻すことはできません。防ぐことはできる。世界の怒りを受け入れれば、死ぬのは
He's
getting angry.
私を責
He
任
looked
す
over
る
him,
の
yeah.
は無駄なことです。あなたでは
分かっている私が始祖の力を使えないことは
But my son can.
9つの巨人には私に宿る何者にも従うことがなかった、全ては王の独善に抗うためこの時のために皆がこの記憶に導かれた未来の継承者の記憶をも覗き見ることができる
Oh.
未来を知ることが可能なのだ
So does he know what Aaron's about to do here?
未来だと
Oh, he doesn't even know this?
Does it sound like rumblings?
進撃の巨人の特性。
Right.
始祖を食らい王家の血をここで絶やす
Right. So he knew this was gonna happen. He's looked at all the kids.
Wait, does this change the show?
Oh, is this what really happened? Is this the truth?
子供を殺すことなど
So then what Aaron said was a lie?
私は命を救う
グリシャは確かに始祖を奪い
Right. So I'm saying, does it change the past, everything that's happened?
What?
何をしてる
Oh.
立てよ父さん忘れたのか
What?
死にここに食われた妹に報いるため
Oh.
だ報いるために
Bro.
死んだ後も父さんが始めた物語だろ
Bro. So
then it does happen.
so then I think he wasn't gonna do it.
Right.
I think Grisha wasn't gonna do it, but then Aaron of the future
Made it happen.
kind of convinced him of doing it. But then Aaron got the power because he did it. You know, so it's like a loop.
Oh my god.
It's like a loop. It happened within that time loop in a way.
Zeke's gonna look over at him and said it was you all along.
Right.
This is where he hands the power over to Aaron.
Right.
小さな子も潰した
Dang. I mean, that is.
レイスケを殺したぞこれでいいのかこ
Dang.
れでよかったのかこれで本当に
and then he has the little kid Aaron, or he has a syringe.
Is where he injects
全て
Aaron.
を見せてくれないんだ壊される日よ彼らの安否道はなかったのかそこにいるんだろう
Oh my god.
Bro.
お前の望みは叶わない
Only Aaron.
何よ先の記憶を
I saw Aaron's family's over comes next.
しかしまさかジーク
He knows that's him.
大きくなったな
Whoa,
Oh,
dude.
that's nuts.
辛い思いをさせる
Oh, they can actually like interact.
お前
Bro, this is changing. This is just completely.
一緒に遊んでやればよかった
Bro.
I don't know what to think.
Dang, it's getting him. His perspective has a.
レインを止めてくれ
Please stop, Aaron. Oh, now they're back in the.
He bust out of the chains.
Bro, I can't.
God.
I can't with this back and forth. There's too many twists and turns, bro.
Oh my goodness.
It's like this is a random reference, and I don't know if anybody will get this or if you will get it. But it reminds me of a skit called Mexican Standoff. Have you seen it? Key and Peele sketch?
I think I have.
Well, pretty much
It
it's
sounds
like
familiar.
it's like these agents that are like have their gun drawn on each other, and then the other guy's like turns it on him. He's like, "Oh, you double crossed me,"
Oh yeah, he's
and
like,
then,
you double
he
crossed
turns
me.
it on him. He's like, "I double crossed you, double crossed," and then they turn it on him. I triple. This is what it feels like.
Bro, this is okay. So it's been Aaron all along controlling Grisha in the future somehow in the past, and
At least that moment.
in that moment, right? Who knows what else
That
was
may-
altered by Aaron without?
That has a term, and I was just watching randomly a video about this the other day. That has a term whenever something happens that's like a cycle, like within a time loop, which means it's confusing, right?
Very.
But it means that the decision made to take the founding titan was it happened outside of time, meaning Grisha only did it because Aaron convinced him, but Aaron only had the ability to convince him because Grisha eventually gave him the attack titan and the founding titan.
Right.
And so one can't happen without the other. So that action, that there's no beginning or end. It's like kind of like a loop there, and it happens outside of like everything else. There's a sequence. Like Aaron was born on like time went by, he was born here, then time continues, right? Like you would think time goes on, and then here is whenever Grisha, around this time is Grisha ate the founding titan, and then later on this is when he gave it to Aaron. Those events can't happen without one happening in
Right.
in sequence. So then it just happens within this little loop of time, but not on a specific time.
Right. On a linear time lapse.
Right. Which is wild. If this wasn't confusing enough. But it kind of gets all the theories, everything we talked about last episode, and it kind of, as far as like Aaron being able to control things, he had to have royal blood, right, to be able to do like the euthanization part,
Right.
to do things that what the founding titan is meant to do. And they talk about it there, like even that founding titan was limited because of their vow to not fight.
Right.
But he having the founding titan can't do anything with it because doesn't have royal blood. But I want to go back because he talked about like some like
A power of that nobody knew the attack titan had to see or something about the future.
right. It's you think
Right here. It's right after this part right here.
Let me see. Hold on. Because I want to see if they give any clues as to how Aaron can do what he does.
我々はただ何も知らずに
Right.
世
This is
界
kind of
の
what they've
怒
been
りを受け
doing.
入れれば我々エルディア人だけで済む
He's getting angry hearing that.
Yeah.
私を説得しようなど無駄なことです
進撃の巨人の継承者は何者にも従うことがなかっ
They're
た
about anyone to fight the
全て
king's
は王の独
self-righteousness.
善に抗うため進撃
We were
の
led by our memories all for this moment.
Yep. The attack titan can glimpse into the memories of its future inheritors.
So he's able to see in
Aaron's mind.
right,
Memories.
and Aaron can see the one after him.
力を完全に扱えないのは王家といえどあなたも同じそういう未来だと
So he knew it. He knew that was the future because he's been seeing it.
Which answers, it's crazy, but it answers a question we had season 3, I think, or whenever he is about to inherit the Attack Titan. Remember, Kruger says, save Mikasa and Armin. And we're like, how did he know?
Because he's the Attack Titan.
It's because Eren was going to be the future inheritor
Attack Titan.
of the Attack Titan, and he knew Eren and Mikasa.
Yep.
So here he's saying to save, or in that moment he's saying to save them because he could glimpse into those memories.
Because he know that eventually it's going to be Grisha and eventually Eren, and then Eren is Mikasa and Armin.
Yes.
That's how that happened.
Bro, that's wild.
Which is nuts, dude. And he was like, I don't know whose memories those were because he's thinking past memories, unless he didn't
I think,
know that he could see future memories, or that he didn't know at that moment that that was a future memory.
I don't think that he did because he didn't know where those memories had come from until Grisha, I guess, kind of discovered it, because he said for years they haven't done this or, bowed down. And then now he's saying one of the traits of the Attack Titan that's within me is to get a glimpse into the future memories of the future inheritor. Bro, that's crazy.
That's wild. And it seems like the Grisha, the person, knew what was the fate was. So he knew what he had to do. It all came to this moment. The future was already decided.
Yeah.
But then he couldn't go through with it.
Because he didn't want to kill kids. Yeah.
And so it took Eren convincing him.
Oh, God.
Bro, what a twist, dude.
Bro, this is just a big, like, mind-blowing
whoever
comprehension.
The writers of the show, man, I swear they use ChatGPT. They cheated. I don't know how they come up with these concepts. But the whole I love shows where there's like a time. It confuses the heck out of it, but I love when there's a time element to it.
Yeah,
because I could sit here and talk circles about it
for sure. It's
it's all a paradox.
You go back and forth. Yeah,
it's all
a lot. So then Eren at some point is and has already seen memories of the future inheritor.
Yeah, at this point, how far forward can you see? We don't really know. Maybe
I would say 2 at least, because
of the owl.
The owl didn't have a glimpse of his memories. Yeah, of Grisha's memories. He had a glimpse of Eren's memories.
Right, or at least
at least 2 inheritors.
Right, but then how is this right now where they're like speaking to each other through that time? Is that all the Attack Titans doing, or are they here because of because like you said early in the episode, it seemed like Zeke was the one taking them memory to memory,
right?
But then Eren was like, come on. So
I think
maybe they can kind of, I don't know who's controlling that.
I think Zeke in a way is controlling it, but only because Eren's allowing it.
Something like that, right? But then Eren can take control of it again, I guess, or something.
And that's what I think. Only because when Grisha was asleep in the basement, he says something about Zeke, and it seems like Zeke's the one in control and taking Eren to see these memories
until he said,
and then Eren's
time
to go. Let's go to the next one or whatever, bro. That's,
but like, yeah. Oh man, but I don't think Eren on his own without a royal blood could transfer to this memory and communicate with his dad. I think he needs
Zeke,
the royal blood, to access the power that's the founding Titan can.
Right, which is why I'm saying I think Zeke is doing it, but only because Eren's like
allowing it,
allowing or controlling it.
So the most that Grisha could do is like see into like Eren's memories, but it can't interact with them the way that it's happening now. It's like a special. I guess that's how that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they all have special traits, and that's a pretty powerful trait to have as an Attack Titan. Yeah. And I thought all special traits were more like a physical thing,
right?
With the exception of like maybe the founding Titan, but like what is right? So now the Attack Titan can look into the future inheritors, but Reiner can harden his. He can break his armor to run faster. That's his trait. It's almost like not fair.
Yeah, not a fair. Right. Well, or is it maybe he has a different trait that he just doesn't know about or has
right, or we haven't learned about.
Right.
Crazy. Man, so now what's Eren's plan, and why is Grisha afraid of it? Is Eren's plan like to annihilate all Marleyans or something crazy?
I mean, it sounds like Eren wants to save Eldians, right?
At the expense of Marleyans. And I think that's probably what he's afraid of, Grisha, if that's what it is. If that's what Eren's actually trying to do.
Right. Because he, again, has probably caught a glimpse into his future memories of what will happen or wants to do. I don't know. It's been a fun show. I'm glad it's not over yet.
Wild, dude. This is wild. I don't know where it's going now. Last week I was like, okay, they just dropped a bomb of information on us, so now we gotta let that simmer a bit. And now there's just like this whole new twist. Is
all of this going on while Zeke is still catching Aaron's head?
I think so. They're just it's just time and space doesn't work the same.
I'm ready to go back to that moment.
He's still like with the mouth open, like shocked. They're still there. Oh man, what a show! I can't wait to get to the next one. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait. Doesn't be. I can't wait, but then also am
saddened.
I don't want it to end. But dang it, I'm excited.
We've got to stop watching if that's what.
I know this is our last episode, last reaction, guys. No, but that's all we got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Full length reactions. These are over on our Patreon as well as early access to future episodes. You want to check those out. But that's it for today. We'll be back in a few days with episode 21. So
21.
Until then, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.